Hello and welcome to the 3 on 3 Hoops Pod, the voice of 3 on 3 basketball and part of the 3 on 3 Hoops Nation, where we're building a community around the power of 3 on 3 basketball. My name is Kevin Roberts, and I'm joined as always by the one and only Coach Jay. What's going on, Coach?
Man, that's all I got.
So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Coach and I are not only huge advocates of 3 on 3 basketball and coaching, we're just huge basketball fans in general. So this week we're going to go into what's going on in the world of not only 3 on 3 basketball, but also in coaching, anything that we find interesting to bring up as far as coaching goes and basketball in general. And Coach and I just like to have fun conversations about basketball, period. So we also have our first mailbag item. We have an email
Mail time.
from was that Tony Kornheiser
Yeah,
back in the day?
yeah.
We have our first mailbag question from a listener. He reached out to us from 3 on 3 Hoops Nation. So please go on the 3 on 3 Hoops Nation. Send us a message. You can send us a voicemail. And, Coach and I just love talking basketball. So we did want to get into an update on what's going on around the world of 3 on 3, and we got to start with the Big 3 Championship that happened recently. So for those of you who do not know, the champion was actually, I think this was your pick. No, you picked the LA Riot, I think, to start the
LA
season.
Riot, man.
Yeah.
Came up short.
They did come up short. The champion was actually Miami 305, which would have probably been your second pick.
I was just gonna say that would have been my second pick.
The Miami 305, they actually went on to win the championship off of a Mario Chalmers clutch 3-pointer in the corner. So just the same old Mario Chalmers hitting clutch shots.
Same old.
But it was a really good game. If you guys get a chance to watch that, I think Michael Beasley definitely maybe revived his relevancy, I guess, in the basketball world.
Yeah, he
the
did.
Big 3. I mean,
He
because
did.
he became especially on social media, like he just became a big name, and he's the face of the Big 3, and that's
Definitely
obvious.
the face of the Big 3. He's been going on interview tours now. So
He has his own
yeah, you're
podcast
right,
now.
man. He got a podcast now. 'Cause that's that relevancy. That's what that does, man.
Yeah.
He definitely revived his career. You would have thought, being the second pick out of the draft back in the day, um, his NBA career would have turned out a little bit better. But even he admitted there was some self-sabotage there.
Mhm.
And like with most people, like when you get older, that growth happens, and everybody has a chance to redeem themselves, and that's what he's doing um, with this run in the Big 3. So
Yeah.
definitely by far the best player in Big 3. Um, I enjoy the trash talk between him, Carmelo Anthony, everybody. Now everybody wants to play him 1v1. So that'll probably be the next thing. Well, I'm not gonna say that'd be the next thing, but
Well,
I
they
want
had
to say they had it in the All-Star game, right? Didn't they have
well,
a 1v1
so
challenge?
I don't know if you know this, but there actually is a one-on-one, I guess you can call it, league, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, Tracy McGrady actually runs it. So they have the
Oh
one-on-one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I think
Yeah.
it's just more of a YouTube thing, so they don't have like
Yeah.
a TV deal or anything. But
'Cause
um,
as a matter of fact, now that you bring that up, and I don't know if this has anything to do with that, but I was reading something when I was just scrolling on Facebook the other day. Draymond Green, I don't know if he's participating in one or he just
I hope
mentioned
not.
something about playing a one-on-one game to 100. I'm like, dude, that
That's
game
great.
gonna
I
last
don't
45 minutes.
45 minutes. It's gonna be 45 minutes before they call it. It's gonna be like, wait, nobody's scored yet.
100 point, yeah, man.
It's like 10 to
That'll
10
be
after 45 minutes. No, I
that would
can't
be
watch that.
very, very interesting.
Watching
That
one-on-one games to me is interesting. I think T Mac runs his league where I don't think it's make it take it. I think it's
alternate possessions.
the alternate possessions, and you have to get your own rebound. But 1v1 is usually like one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like unlimited dribbles. If you miss a shot, you get your rebound, put it back in. So there's there, it's just it's like I guess pure one, like kind of the one on one you'd play in the backyard
Yeah,
back in the
one on
day.
one. That's one on one to me.
Well, I know that's what that was one on me,
If I
but
miss 5 times and
now,
give my rebound five
yeah,
times, that's on you.
but now they do one on one where it's limited dribbles, one shot, one possession or whatever. So that's kind of the
Well,
more
I don't
traditional
like the
way
ones.
now. Yeah, I don't like
Yeah, I
that
don't
either.
like the one shot, one possession rule. I mean, I'm all for the limited dribbles. I mean, that's how I do in practice with the kids when I have them running cutthroat drills and things. Man, you got 5 dribbles. So,
Nah, I like tire you out. I'll just run
oh
around the
yeah,
court.
I'm not doing all that. Now I'll stop chasing. I'll stop chasing. Just stand under the basket and just let you shoot and hope for the rebound.
Who's your top one on one player?
Like
I guess,
ever,
yeah, and so I guess how can we do? Yes, yeah, I guess ever.
dude, that's so hard, man. But
Who you taking?
I'll say this: my favorite one-on-one player that I like to watch and or liked to watch because he just recently quit. But Carmelo Anthony, man, Carmelo Anthony I think he would be a top 1v1 player.
Who's I guess
Carmelo,
let's do top three. So you got Carmelo number
okay,
one.
okay, Carmelo.
Let's say
I,
okay. Let's make this easier. Let's do.
I already got my top three:
I know, but I'm just gonna make it easier. Let's do. We'll do from the year 2000 to current in their
Melo,
prime.
Kobe, and Kevin Durant.
Melo, Kobe, Kevin Durant. I'm gonna go with. Uh, I'm gonna go with Kobe. I'm gonna
Okay,
go. I might be. I might in this. I might be influenced by a post I just saw. With Paul Pierce, but I'm gonna go Paul Pierce.
okay.
Uh, Paul
Well,
Pierce says he.
Remember Paul Pierce went on that rant. I don't remember what show he was on, but when he was talking about if you want to talk about greatest pure scorers of all time, you gotta.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
I didn't
did.
have
He
no
was
argument.
look. He was asked do you think you're a better score or a better pure scorer than Michael Jordan, better than Tracy
Yeah,
McGrady? And went down the list, and he said, yeah. And he like gave his reason why, and I was like, you know
yeah.
what,
No,
maybe,
I didn't when he went off on that.
yeah,
I wasn't like most people and just like threw it off to the
yeah.
side. The thing with Paul Pierce was he just had that old man game. Like it was nothing flashy. He
But
wasn't really
he
dunking like
he
that,
can post
but
up. His
he
mid
could
range
post
game
up. He
is
was at the
elite.
elbow just hitting. He would hit that wing three.
Yeah,
He would hit
he's
that boom with that
I
step
think
back and create the space.
very underrated player. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Kobe, Paul Pierce, and T Mac for me.
Okay.
Those are my three.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Now, if that was 3v3 versus 3v3, obviously we both have Kobe. So we playing 2K. So we got 3v3. My Kobe, KD, and Melo, we're gonna
Well, which
flash hard.
Kobe are you going with? Because this is where we might
I
differ.
got number 24,
See,
dog.
I got 8.
Okay, well there it is then. Well, there it is then.
I got Fro Kobe.
I love Fro Cole. I had those his very first Adidas shoes. I got those.
No, those suck.
I had those. Those
I didn't like any Kobe
yeah.
shoes until I like his recent.
I didn't like no Kobe. I got
I just like
those
Adidas.
because it was Kobe, Laker fan, and he was a teenager. So that was the thing. But other than that, Kobe's Adidas run. Blah.
Yeah, I didn't like any Adidas. I can't think of any Adidas that
Kobe
I ever
Adidas
liked.
run was blah.
Um, yeah, I was into to Jordans and pennies. That was pretty much it for me.
And Penny Hardaway has the greatest, maybe
Non-Jordan
all time
shoes.
sneaker. Yep.
Yeah, not all time
That penny.
sneaker.
I don't know which one is that. That's the first penny, right?
We just
With
lost
the.
all our sneakerhead listeners.
That's fine. They can go ahead. If they sneakerhead, they probably not ball coaches or nothing like that. So you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Hey, not to say that coaches out there aren't sneakerheads because I see a lot of them on Instagram. So, um, but Penny Hardaways, and I don't know if they were like the penny ones or whatever. I can't remember the names or nothing like that. But that was some of the greatest basketball shoes and just regular shoes of all time.
Oh
Matter of
no,
fact,
yeah.
I had looked it up
I wish they
one
would
day
come
because I
back.
wanted to see. Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to see if I can get some, and I want to say I saw them online. It was like $400. I turned the page so quick.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go into what's going on with youth basketball. And I actually want to talk about some of the things you got going on in your. You told me recently that you had a big announcement that you've been floating around social media. So why don't you go ahead
Yeah,
and get into that?
man. Dude, Score Hoops 3-on-3 basketball just partnered with the big baller himself. I don't want to name names because I don't know if that's a thing or not. But Big Baller Brand,
Never
Score Hoops
lost.
3-on-3. We are hosting here in Phoenix, Arizona, October 25th, a Halloween Heat 3-on-3 basketball tournament. So very, very excited about that. This is our biggest partnership to date, I would say, between this and the school district thing that we got going on. So we got two big things, two major things going on actually concurrently. So um we're getting prepped to do a big promotional run, a lot of marketing for the tournament because we want it to be a huge turnout here in Phoenix. And then we have our after school program that we're expanding. We have six schools in the Mesa Public School Districts, six of their elementary school campuses. We're going to go to, their schools, provide them with after school extracurricular activities, after school programs for kids to come, learn the game of basketball, develop a love for the game of basketball, and hopefully we can turn them into Score Hoops 3-on-3 hoopers, and get them funneled through our league, through our program, and just keep developing the game. That's the whole purpose of why we do this show. That's the whole purpose of that's my purpose in life. That's probably yours too. This we doing what we love. So just to have the opportunity to continue to grow and expand, not only in Phoenix, we want this to be a nationwide, worldwide thing. Um, so good times, fun times, very, very, very exciting times, very fun times ahead for Score Hoops 3-on-3.
And where can they go to get any updates or information?
ScoreHoops303.com. Score Hoops, we're everywhere. ScoreHoops303.com. You can go 3-on-3 Hoops Nation. We'll, subscribe to the nation, become a part of the nation. We're just short of 100 members. We're just short. We're on 98 right now, but subscribe to the nation for all things 3-on-3 basketball, whether it's Score Hoops 3-on-3, 3-on-3 live, uh, coaching resources, etc. You know where to find us.
All right. So again, go to scorehoops3on3.com to get more information on that. All right. And speaking of coach, you mentioned the nation. Speaking of the nation, we got our first mailbag item, and he wants. I'll read the email. This is from Coach Raymond. He said, "Hi, 3 on 3
Did he
hoops."
put his organization or where he coached
Mm.
at or anything
No,
like
no, it wasn't. He didn't give his. He just. This is basically his email. And basically just wanted some general information. He's thinking about starting a league, but I'm looking to start my own league, my 3-on-3 basketball league, and wanted to reach out for some guidance. I've been running a few pickup games and small tournaments, but now I'm considering making this a more organized league. I know there are obvious things to handle like scheduling, securing a venue, and registering teams, but I'm sure there are a ton of things I might not be thinking about yet. What are some key factors I should be considering that often gets overlooked when starting a 3-on-3 league? So that's actually a great question.
That's a great, great, great question.
I know
Um,
some things for me personally. I know a lot of things kind of caught me off guard. Coach, do you have any main things that you can think of that may have caught you off guard that you wish you would have thought of, or that became more important that you thought of, but it wasn't? You didn't think that it actually became more important as you were going through it than you actually thought it would.
um, what I will say is this: when you want to do anybody out there, obviously we're answering Raymond's question, but anybody out there that's thinking about running a league, there's a few things. One, you want to be sure you give yourself enough time for promotion. I would say you definitely need to give yourself 3 months ahead of time. Secure venue, get referees. You got to have kids to run your league. Don't just think because you're running a league that people are just going to automatically sign up. It's very, very smart to already have a network of kids, coaches, or parents. So you have your immediate network of people that you can promote to. When I first moved out to Phoenix, and it wasn't the league yet, but we wanted to do a 3-on-3 tournament, and this was like within the first 6 months of me moving here, and that was a big mistake on my end when hindsight is 2020 now, but why would I think I can run a tournament when I just moved to this state and don't know and don't know anybody, right? It's very, very important to one, give yourself enough time to promote, and more importantly, build up a network of kids, coaches, and parents so you have someone to start off your marketing efforts to.
No, that's good. Also, you mentioned another one. We were talking how late people register for these leagues, and that's something
Be
that I
prepared for
wasn't.
that.
I wasn't. So when running the leagues and you're starting to put stuff together, you want, of course, you want people to register early, but the reality
Mhm.
is, and I'm guilty of the same thing. I wait to the last minute to sign up to anything.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah,
you got to keep that in mind. You got to kind of put yourself in the minds of the consumer. So you just have to be prepared for majority of your participants to sign up late.
yeah,
And I will say the most annoying for me, one of the most annoying questions that you get, and no offense to anybody who's asked me this already, but it's how many teams are in the league or how many players you got signed up so far, and then that's going to be their determining factor whether they sign up. Which they don't know
definitely.
that I got 20 other people that asked me the same question. If
Yep.
y'all all just sign up, I can,
That's
So,
that's a definite thing right there. That's a definite thing because we've gotten calls. We're doing leagues and tournaments. Hey, so how many teams have signed up already? And you can kind of tell from the tone of their voice that that's that's predicated on if they're going to sign up or not,
oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yep.
I'm not saying to lie or anything like that, but if it's going to be a different reaction if you say, "Oh, we got 2 teams" versus we got 10 teams, right?
Yeah, no, you could just say that I'm always just truthful with them. I'll just say that, I've gotten a lot of interest so far.
Yeah,
And I just tell them I don't, I don't like to give the number out now because that won't reflect how many teams actually sign up for the league.
yep,
And I tell them that, I just know that, you know, most of my majority of my signups come in late, and you should definitely sign up to get in early, to get your team organized and all that, because it's just a lot easier to organize, and it actually helps not push the league back. And that's what I always tell them, like, it helps me not delay the league, because that a lot of times
yeah.
that does happen where I have to delay the league.
I like it.
um but I don't want to necessarily do that, so I try to convince people that they should sign up early. And like, why not? Like, there's if you're thinking about doing it, I think you want to do it, so why
Yeah.
not just and I always offer refunds for if something
Oh
does
yeah.
happen where, so, and I just tell them, like, there's no risk involved in signing up, so
Yeah, you
might
can
as well
get your
do it
money back
now.
for sure. You can
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
get your money back. Another thing you guys want to do is just make sure you have contingency plans in place. Um, Players don't show up, right? So
Or
we
teams.
had, yeah,
Teams
or
don't show up,
teams
even
don't show
worse.
up. Yeah, so you got to have some little time in your sketch, like some little what's the word I'm looking for? You gotta So if you have games, if your games are 20 minutes and you start at 11, right?
Have some
And then
flexibility
obviously that
there.
game is gonna end at 11:20. You
Mhm,
don't want to start the next game until maybe about 11:30. You want to give yourself like a little grace period just in case some kids or some families show up late. They show up at 11 on the dot. So obviously the game isn't going to start right at 11. It's going to probably start at 11:03 or
mhm,
11:05. So you want to just give yourself some room on the back end to be able to adjust the schedule as the games are going on.
mhm.
Another big one too is, and this happened to us in the previous league, I think it's very smart to have multiple gym options. Our very first week of this last league that we did, we showed up to the gym and there was nobody there available to open it. We
Well,
reserved it, we paid
yeah,
for it, but when we showed up to the gym, the gate was
yeah.
locked, the doors were closed. It looked like nobody was going to show up at all. Luckily for us, my high school gym was available that day, right? And everybody's not gonna be fortunate enough to have like a
Yeah, I
fallback
was gonna
gym like
say
that.
that's not. I
Yeah,
have trouble getting the
yeah,
one gym I do have, but
yeah,
it's very, like, you
exactly.
make a good point. Like, it's very
Yeah,
important to, you got all this stuff going on. You got registration to worry about. You got the organization of the actual games, to the scheduling to worry about. The last, no, you don't want the last thing to come to your head to be oh, we didn't really communicate with the people at the gym. Like, make
Exactly.
sure like you get there early enough to set up and make sure you're
Yep.
always in communication. Hey, just reminding you, like send them an email a week before, a day before, just constant communication with the people at the gym to make sure
Yep.
you guys can get in, got the baskets down. I walked in the gym, the baskets weren't down. And
Yeah.
so, just make sure you have, very clear communication with people from the gym that everything set up correctly. So, and there's a lot of little stuff too that that I didn't think was important, but actually turned out to be pretty important. Especially
Yeah.
as far as growing the league goes, like having a volunteer dedicated to just take pictures and video because you're going to be too busy, especially on that first day, and you
Yeah.
want
The
to
first
show
day you
everybody
trying to make sure no
you're
fires.
be,
Yeah, you trying to make
yeah,
sure no
yeah,
fires happen.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah, perfect. You hit it right on the head. Make sure you have all your volunteers um ahead of time. Like don't ask them the day before or 2 days before. Hit them up maybe a month ahead of time. Like, hey, I got like a month worth of Saturdays that we doing the three. One of my good buddies out here, he was our dedicated scorekeeper, and I just let him know like, hey, August or April this to May this, we're doing our basketball league at this location. You got 2 hours of free time to come through. And luckily for him, he's a good dude. He never complained about anything. He didn't show up to the last one, but but
coach with the call out.
um yeah, I mean it's my boy, man. He's not gonna trip. Um, but yeah, definitely have those in order, and don't take any of just overall, just don't take any of this stuff for granted. Be very organized, dot all your T's, cross your I's, don't
Dot your
assume
T's,
anything.
cross
Oh,
your eyes.
my bad. There you go, right there. Be organized. That's unorganized right there. Look, I'm telling people to be organized, and I can't even get my letters right. Dot
That's
your
hilarious.
I's, cross your
I want to put that
T's.
on the.
Oh yeah,
I want to
yeah,
put
yeah,
that on a
for sure.
T-shirt. Cross your eyes, dot
Basically,
your
just be
T's.
organized. Don't take anything for granted. Don't just assume anything. Right? Have contingencies in place, like I said earlier, and just expect the best, but prepare for the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, having that, and like I said, like the stuff that you don't really want to deal with, like the taking pictures. And I mean, I don't, me personally, like I couldn't imagine me taking pictures and video while I'm trying to organize, make sure the game start on time, and you got questions everywhere. You got to explain the rules. That's another thing. Referee communication. Make sure they know the rules.
Make sure they know the
It'd
rules.
be good if you talk to them prior to the first day of your league. Just
Yeah.
to, especially for me because I run a 3x3 league, and I know yours is different also. I mean, yours might not be, you might have some special rules in there for, got to give them situations.
Yeah.
3x3, the rules are completely different. So, I had to explain to them, just the flow of the game. If you have, if you've run a league, once you run your first league, make sure you have that game film so you can show, I send video of my games to the refs I have in my, in my next league. So they kind of know the flow of the game. So, um, but yeah, just and also something I didn't think about was make sure you have water available if you don't have water fountains, because you can't expect parents to
Water
always
and
bring
ice. Ice
or
too
or yeah,
for
or yeah, ice,
bumps and
first aid,
bruises.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You if you don't want to buy water for everybody, or I understand a lot of people can't afford to buy drinks for everybody. Just make sure you put it in your when you sign up, like bring your own water. Send an email out to parents. Make sure you bring your own water. So make sure you think about that also. Um, Ball pumps. You might have a flat basketball out there. If you go to the gym and the
Gotta do
basketball
all
aren't.
that. Now that you gotta do all that the day before, the
Yeah, but
night
that's just
before.
stuff
You
that
got
you probably don't think about, to be honest. Like
yeah.
I'm thinking about putting a lead together. The last thing I'm thinking about is how much air is in this basketball until I go out on the court and bounce it. So like a lot of people might not see, we think about it because we're coaches and that's how we prepare before every practice. But a lot of these people,
Man,
might
believe it or
be
not, I showed up to a tournament about a month ago and got all the basketballs.
that's what you get for crossing your eyes and dotting your
Right, that's
T's.
yeah, that's what happened when you cross your I's and dot your T's right there. You forget the basketballs.
Yeah, so those are just some small. I'm sure we'll think of Raymond. I'll, like I sent you earlier. I'll give you a more detailed a list of small things to think about, or we can get in a conversation. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions like that, Coach and I are more than happy to answer as far as like starting a league or our experiences or general basketball questions or coaching questions. So. Coach and I both have different experiences and we have different answers. So yeah, so keep sending us those on 3on3hoopsnation.com. So all
Yep.
right, Coach. For our last thing that I wanted to talk about, I found this post. I came across this post on IG, and it's from a former guest of ours, Coach Dave. Who was
Coach
on,
Dave, Northwest
yeah,
3-on-3. Shout out to them.
yeah. So he had sent a post. He had posted something on IG. Hold on, let me get to it real quick. There we go. All right, so I got this post from my on IG from Coach Dave, and I'm gonna play it, and then we can both react to it. But I think that was a very powerful post, and I definitely think that it's worth sharing.
Hey, athlete, let's talk about something that's real, fear of failure. Picture this: you're wide open, right? But you hesitated. Why? Because you're possibly afraid of missing. You're afraid of missing in front of your teammates, your parents, letting people down, or even worse, in front of your own fan base, so to say. That fear locks you up, and that fear steals your game, right? Here's the truth: failure is not final. It's just information. Every missed shot, every missed play, every turnover, every mistake that you might make is just feedback. It's showing you what to adjust. It's showing you how to grow and how to get better. So it's looking for the next time. The best athletes in the world, they fail far more than anyone else on this planet. But they don't freeze. They don't hesitate in the moment. They use failure as fuel. So here's your challenge: stop seeing failure as an end and start seeing failure as a step forward. If you miss a shot, you learn from it. If you make a mistake, you grow from it. Play fearless, because the only real failure is not trying in the biggest moments. Remember, very important, failure is not final. It's just information.
I like that. I love that actually. Failure isn't final, it's just information. I love that quote. Especially being a marketing guy, like I'm big on data and information and making informed decisions.
Hmm.
Um, just like you said, if just say you did catch the ball and you did shoot the wide open shot and you missed. You dang, I didn't put enough legs in that. That's why it was short. Or dang, I didn't set myself enough. I didn't have a correct base to shoot the ball. That's why I shot the ball over the basket. Right. And then you use that information for when that situation comes up again the next time to get yourself right. Make sure you catch the ball with your feet set, ready to leave the floor and make that shot with perfect form. I like that.
You
Information
know what
isn't
you're doing
failure.
right there.
It's
You're focusing on the process and not the
yes,
result.
focusing on the
Yeah, which
process, not the
yeah.
results.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
thought
like
that
that.
was like perfectly put, and I've left a comment for him. That we should all be seeking failure, right? And
Yeah,
we should all seek failure because that's the secret to growth, and it's a secret to what we've been talking about the last 2 weeks, which is confidence.
yeah,
And
and it's just
I
like they
think
said,
that
if you've never failed at anything, you never tried anything, you
you
know?
never accomplished anything. So.
Yeah, or well,
So I thought that was a perfect way to end the show. For again, Coach Dave was a great guest. I'll have the link to that interview that we had with him, which was a great interview. You definitely should check it out if you haven't. I'll put that in the description. If you want to
yeah.
hear more from Coach Dave, you can go at the Coach Dave on Instagram. So he posts a lot of good stuff like that. So I thought that was a perfect way to end the show. Coach, you got any parting words or anything else you want to say? What you got going on today? College football?
Some college football stuff, getting some stuff done for the nation. So once again, make sure you guys go 3on3hoopsnation.com. subscribe to the nation. Also, don't forget we have the 7 proven 3-on-3 drills guide on there. So we got a lot of good
That's
feedback.
free.
I've sent out, it's free. I've sent out over 100 of those. Hopefully they're being applied or gonna be applied soon. And for the people out there that have it, give us feedback on that too. Let us know what's working, what's not working. If you think there's something that should be added. That's what this is about. We're building a community here.
Yeah, be a participant.
Yeah,
Coach.
participate.
If you have
Don't be
any
like the
coaching
people that live
tips,
in my neighborhood and they never want to participate in any of the community meetings or the
Coach, we got to
HOA
get
stuff
you to
like that.
stop calling people out, man.
I call
Coach
people
calls
out.
out his players. Coach
I'm
calls
a
out
call out.
his
I'm a call.
boys.
Hey. That's why I'm a good friend because I call people out and let them know when they're slipping.
Hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable, man.
Yeah, so go on 3on3hoopsnation.com. This is growing. It's a growing community, guys. So be sure to join and be a participant. Give us your own coaching tips, some 3-on-3 questions, some 3-on-3 advice, some coaching advice, some basketball talk, whatever you guys want to do. So shout out to Raymond who sent us an email and good luck on starting that league. So all right, guys, that's it. And we'll see you when we see you. Peace. I never know how to end the show.
Yeah, we'll get it.